कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। यशोदा जिनकी मैया है, नंद की बापैया है, ऐसे श्री गोपाल को, ऐसे श्री गोपाल को बारंबार प्रणाम है। लूट लूट दधी माखन खायो, बाल बाल संग धेनु चरायो,
ऐसे लीला धाम को, ऐसे लीला धाम को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है।
कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। द्रुपद सुता को लाज बचायो, ग्रह से गज को भंग छुड़ायो, ऐसे कृपा धाम को, ऐसे कृपा धाम को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है।
Good morning, everyone. Jai Shri Mataji. Let us bow at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji and let us take collectively Bandhan. Raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. With all humbleness and gratitude, let us invite Shri Mataji in our hearts. Mother, you are Leeladhar. You are Shri Krishna. Please establish your lotus feet in my heart. कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को मेरा बारंबार प्रणाम है. What it means that your name, which is Shri Krishna, resides in my heart as a part of the Gokul. I bow to you again and again and again, because you are the Lord. You are my God. You are everything to me. Let us take our attention to Mooladhara. Shri Ganesha, please enlighten my Mooladhara. Please bless me with the required innocence, so that I can be worthy of Shri Mataji's attention. Let us meditate upon our Mooladhara silently on our left, right, and center Mooladhara. Now slowly, slowly, let us take our attention to Vishuddhi Chakra. Let us feel the blessings of Shri Krishna on our Vishuddhi Chakra. Let the threads of attention be moved slowly, slowly towards Sahasrara.
Today we are going to have Shri Krishna Puja. Today we are going to have Shri Krishna Puja. It is a very important thing about the power of Shri Krishna that gives you a witness state. This is very important also because in these days of Kali Yuga and complete confusion of value system, all kinds of turmoil makes a very complex conditions to exist. The state of witnessing is only possible through meditation. You reach the state of thoughtless awareness. It's combined together. Now, the witness state is such a state where you just do not react. If you react, then the problem starts. It's a very simple thing to understand that we react through our ego or through our conditioning. Otherwise, there is no way to react. Anything. Now, for example, there is a beautiful carpet here. As soon as I look at it, if I use my ego, I'll start thinking now from where did they get it? How much they paid it? This is the first reaction. Then you can even go further with it. Anger can come in. Why did they bring such a nice carpet? What was the need to put it here? Goes on like that, one after another. Now in my conditioning, if I see these things, I would say that this color is not suited for Krishna Puja. They should have had another puja, another color for this Krishna Puja. So this kind goes on from one to another to another. But that means this conditioning is built up within us. All our problems of our conditioning are really horrible. For example, racialism. We have racialism. In America, it's very much more. You can feel it. Though they don't say, but if you go, say, from Italy, you feel it. If you go from India also, you can feel it. Now, why this racialism? What is the reason? Why do we react to this kind of horrible hatred for another community or another color, which is only skin deep? Now, with rationality, you might be able to explain, oh God, these people, they are absolutely useless, or they have come to our country and are just troubling us. All these conditionings are there. But if you see, when they talk of immigrants, the Americans must know they are immigrants, all of them. America never was their country. And they threw away all the other Red Indians, took away their land, and very nicely they are the owners of America. But the reaction is those who are not white complexion, they are all to be condemned, tortured. Now, if they are by nature violent, then also this conditioning of violence comes. Then they start killing each other. They have killed ruthlessly so many people, thinking that they have a right to go into any country and kill everyone and take the land that is not their own. Actually, land doesn't belong to anybody as such. But nobody has a right to go to some land and try to occupy it and throw away the people who do not belong to that country. Yesterday was the Independence Day of India. And I've seen the flag going up, our national flag, and the British flag going down. All that has happened after so much of struggle, so much of sufferings of the people. Because they came to India landed nicely there and became the masters. So, this is also a kind of a conditioning that comes in a collective way, that you go into anybody's country, throw away the people from there, or sort of occupy that place and become the masters. It's like going into somebody's house that belongs to somebody and throw away the people who are inside and nicely settle there as the owners and the masters. Because they have better intelligence, perhaps the cunning more in them. With that cunning, if the white people think they can rule the black people, is not where you can develop a witness state. Can you take the baby out? Why is she crying? इतना छोटा बच्चा क्यों रो रहा? Must be thirsty. All right. So this kind of conditioning is like a plague and moves from one country to another country, where some people think they are superior and make people look inferior, and the people also are there who accept this kind of a situation, accept this kind of a position where they are supposed to be equal. I would say take the example of America, because this has been celebrated by Americans, and because Krishna is the ruler of America. He himself was a dark person. Himself was on the black side. And in the same country where he rules, the another great thing is that they don't realize that if all the black or the Asians get out of that country now, I don't know what will happen to them. All their sports are managed by the blacks. If you want to see any American sport, 99% are black people. Then if you want to also see the music, because these black people, though they have black color, which is all right, as you have white, they have black color. But they have a voice which the white people don't have. They can sing so well that no white people can compete with them. The full justice done to the color. Now, if you take out the Asians, all doctors, all nurses, all architects, all accountants, all of them will disappear. Now what will remain? You have to understand that it is color which is nothing to do with your intelligence, with your value system, with your spirit. We are here to achieve our spirituality. The spirit doesn't understand color, because it is so superficial and it is so very cruel to condemn someone for the color. Same now is happening as the reaction. Every action has a reaction. So what happens is that you find the blacks are reacting. They are reacting, and their reaction can be very dangerous. Every day I read their reactions are coming up. So badly, not in America, but all over, they are now thinking they must rise and oppose this domination. But in their own country, where they have people of different colors, little variation, I think. They are all black people, but little variation maybe. So they form groups and they start cutting each other's throats. I've seen on the television how ruthlessly they kill. I don't know what is the difference of color is, but somehow they have formed groups. And this group will go kill that, and that group will come and kill. It's not like Kaurava and Pandava. It's not two types of people, absolutely opposite. It's not that the negative and the positive is there. It's not. They are all negative, whether they are white or black. And they start quarreling and fighting with each other. Now this violence is growing so much. I think violence is the only weapon they use now to express themselves. You see here, something happens, so somewhere there you find they explode bombs and kill so many innocent people. It's very, very sinful to do that. Even the slightest violence is sinful. And this kind of a violence, in the eyes of Shri Krishna, are absolutely to be punished very badly. Now this comes through ego. You think because you belong to one clan, another clan you can kill. Or something like that. A funny idea into human mind comes in, and you decide that you have a right to kill another person. One may say this comes from hatred, but hatred is an outcome of ego. When the ego starts acting, it collects all these things, like hatred, also possessiveness, anger, violence. All these starts coming out of the ego, which actually blinds the person. You become blind to the fact that there is no need to have violence, no need to hate someone, no need to kill anyone because of this ego that is there. Now one may say, Mother, how does this ego build up in a people? Of course, mostly it is due to the actions. Also it is due to the conditioning. If the child is told from the childhood that you should hate these people, they are to be hated, they are wrong people, they are bad people, they just start doing that. When they grow up, they start showing that hatred is now like a cactus, growing very big and is killing others. There's no justification for this kind of a behavior by human beings. If they are human beings, they have to have human qualities. And that is what is possible only if we learn how to just witness and not to react. For example, you see two cocks are fighting. You enjoy that. Two cocks are fighting, people are enjoying. One cock dies, they are very happy. As if the one which died had killed his parents or did something like that. Very surprising. Now in Spain, even now, there are these bullfights going on. Every year, 6 bullfights, every year. And the hall contains more than 10 times more than we have here. And is always full. And now the women have taken to fight the bulls. Now, if the bull is not killed, they allow the bulls to go on the street and kill people. This kind of a violent enjoyment is still lingering into the minds of the people. It is so sad to see people who are now talking of humanity, talking of peace, talking of joy, are still enjoying these violent acts. Either they are doing or they want to watch. So then you go to these films and things that are being created of a horrible violence, and people enjoy it. Enjoy such films, and such films are again created. Now, if you really become a witness state, if you are in a witness state, then what will happen? If you watch any such things that are happening, it will subside. If you are in a witness state, and if that level, then no accident will take place in your sight. Even if there's an accident, then you can save the person, you can help the person very actively. That's in a very small scale. But even in a very large scale, you can do something wonderful. I remember I was not very old at that time, but we were living in a house very close to the secretariat, where they had a strike. And they were asking for separate Maharashtra or something. So the police was standing there, and by the order of the chief minister, they were shooting at everyone who was coming. Anyone who passed through that road, they were shooting. They were enjoying a shooting game, all of them. I saw all this and I just couldn't bear it. I just went down and asked the police to stop it. They stopped. You'd be amazed, they stopped. Then I carried those people who were wounded up in my house, took out their bullets and all that, called the ambulance and saved them. But for that, one thing was there, I was in a state of witnessing. So you become fearless. There is no fear at all once you learn how to have the state of witnessing. Because when you are not witnessing, you get disturbed, you get upset, you get excited, you may join also this wrong time of it. But if you are in a state of witnessing, that itself is a power. And that witnessing state helps you to win over so many difficulties of other people. This is Chinese story about a saint. So one king brought his cock to him and said, "You train my cock in such a way that he should win." He said, "All right." So he kept the cock with the king for 1 month. And when the show started, different cocks came from different places and they all started fighting. This cock just stood up and was watching, just watching. And other cocks got such a fright. They couldn't understand how this fellow is not disturbed. He's just watching, he's standing, he's doing nothing. So all they disappeared from the arena and he was declared as a successful man. So this is the best way to bring non-violence. In violent places, you go and stand steadily there, facing all the things that are happening. And that witness state acts and stops that kind of a violence that is going on. But witness state is not a mental state. It is a state of a spiritual ascent, where you become a witness. Best way to practice witness state is not to criticize anyone. Not to criticize. I've seen people who are all the time criticizing others. They cannot criticize themselves, so they start criticizing others. So much so that they don't even see what's wrong with them. They don't even say what wrong they have done to others, because they think they have a right to criticize others, and they enjoy this criticism very well. Actually, there's nothing to be criticized. You just watch and see for yourself. That's all is your right. You have no right to criticize anyone or anything. But some people think if you do not criticize, then it will go on like this and it will never stop. It's not that. Once you watch the thing yourself, only just watch, your attention itself is enlightened now. With that enlightened attention, you can just watch and stop the nonsense that is there.
Let us continue to sit in meditation. Requesting Shri Mataji to bless us with that witness state.
हरे मुरारे मधुकैट भारे गोपाल गोविंद मुकुंद शोरे अनंत श्रीधर गोविंद केशव मुकुंद माधव नारायण देवकी तनया गोपिका रमणा भक्त उद्धरणा त्रिविक्रमा
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
Govinda Jai Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Radha Raman Hari Govinda Jai.
Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Radha Raman Hari Govinda Jai Jai.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jai Mata Di, 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 Jai Mata Di.
Let us join our hand and thank Shri Mataji. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for all the love, for all the blessings, for all the forgiveness, for always being our mother, and ultimately for giving us our self-realization. Thank you, Shri Mataji. Let us bow down collectively, raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. Thank you everyone for joining today's session. Wishing everyone a great day.